One day I woke up and lost all my long-term memories due to a virus. Racing kept me distracted from some of those obstacles in my life off the race course. I race more for the pictures than I do the medals, I'll be honest. And I can look at them on a daily basis and just draw back to those times when I did something that I was told I'd never do again. So I've always had a competitive edge. If I was going to do something, I want to do it right and do it the best I could. And decided in my mid-40s I was going to get back in shape again. So I became all fitness junkie. And all of a sudden there's this new OCR in town I'd never even heard of called Spartan race. I'm like, oh boy, I have to sign up for that too. I even ran a Tough Mudder later that year because it was coming to town too. So sure enough, I grabbed my son, who was a year older. Hey, you want to do this with me again? And he's like, yeah, let's do this. And we ran our first Spartan race that day, and actually, man, we killed it, and we actually won our heat that day. So that was my introduction to Spartan and OCR all right up until 2013, and then was raring to go in 2014. And right before the Vegas race would have been coming to town, I wasn't around. I had woke up one morning and seemed confused and dizzy. Didn't know my wife's name and my son's name at the time, and was told that I probably had, a few days to live. I had contracted a virus called viral encephalitis. 3 months after that initial virus hit, and I'd had a pulmonary embolism due to the blood clot that had made its way up from my leg from being so sedentary for 3 months. 14 was just a mess. In May was the virus attack, and then 3 months later in August was the pulmonary embolism. So the rest of 14 was just recovery time. Still learning who I was, but knew I wasn't the healthy guy I was seeing pictures of, and I saw pictures of my past and this guy running Spartan races and a fit P90X type guy, and I was like, ooh, I want to be that guy again, because I looked in the mirror and I wasn't. That was my biggest challenge, was being reintroduced to a world that I didn't remember anything about. I started a journal that day, an active journal, in June 10th, 2015. And it was recommended that I journal anyways due to memory loss issues. I deal with short-term memory issues as well. So I'd been working out and feeling like I'd making some progress. I felt like I was ready to sign up for a Spartan race again. So I did, and I went out, and I wasn't quite ready, and I failed obstacles, and that wasn't what I saw pictures of. I'm supposed to be good. It made me feel great, or made me feel bad that I did so poorly, but it motivated me to be better. That next year, was told I was going to have a right hip replacement. Anyways, long story short, I did that Arizona Spartan race on crutches that year. It was 2 to 3 weeks after hip replacement. Not something I would advise to anybody. My favorite picture to date is still me jumping over that fire, both crutches above my head. That same year in November, I had to get my left shoulder replaced as well, due to the same avascular necrosis that ate away at my right hip. Because of that, I went and ran like the Breckenridge Beast in a sling, and have a wonderful picture of me jumping the fire in a sling that year as well. Not only on crutches, now I'm running in a sling. I'm that guy. People are like, oh, well, okay, he's the do it anyway guy. And all of a sudden it becomes a thing. It's one thing to run races on crutches and do it anyway to a certain extent and feel good about that. But I've continued to raise the bar, and age group allows me to take it to the next level, and I'm racing against me. I race more for the pictures and the memories that I get to make than I do the medals. And that's what Spartan has allowed me to wake up and start with a fresh mentality. And then the Spartan kind of gave me a second restart in a way. And one of those things just happened to be, hey, yeah, I saw that picture of me at this finish line with my son of that first Spartan race. If I hadn't seen that one memory on Facebook, I wouldn't be here today. Chances are I wouldn't even know what Spartan race was. As a brain injury survivor, I wake up with a Spartan frame of mind and want to make sure that I'm looking forward to making new memories on the race course and meeting new people and seeing new faces. And it's become a lifestyle. After being told I'd never do something like that again, I'll tell you, I got plenty of memories to prove that I can.